Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jeff Harms.
It's so good to be back here. I haven't been back to this club in years. It's so great to be back. Man, Colorado Springs, gateway to Fountain. I'm so excited. I live up in Denver, drove down. The traffic, was thick, but not terrible. At least because we have snow coming in the next few days. And I don't know if you've heard about that, right? We got snow coming. And I don't have to fly anywhere, so that's nice. And I just like a short little hop down from Denver. Last time I flew out of the DIA, the Denver airport. If you've been there, you know the Denver airport. Who's been to the Denver airport? You know it's actually in Illinois. And it was one of those snowstorms we were having, and I had to fly out like 6 a.m., and we're driving in a car. I have my regular car now, but then my regular car was in the shop, and I had a replacement from my insurance company. You ever have that? Yeah, I have the worst insurance company. I can't name it. I get in trouble, but it rhymes with Raw State. So they didn't give me Hertz Avis budget. They gave me like Bob's rental car. I wound up with a thing called a smart car. Has anyone ever driven a smart car on purpose? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a Vespa scooter on steroids. You can carry the car faster than you drive it. So at 6 a.m., we're driving on Interstate 70 to the Denver airport. My wife and I, next to me, it's like 20 degrees. I'm like this with the windshield, And I'm one of these people. Can we turn the radio down so I can see better? Anyone else? And all of a sudden, my wife starts sniffing. She's like, Jeff, you smell hair burning? I said, yeah, I just put on the rear defroster. That's how small the car. See, it was short, so the hair would just burn. You've got a lousy car when a Winnebago RV can pass you climbing the mountains. You ever see those? They come out in the springtime here in Colorado. Big 60-foot long geriatric caravans barreling down the highway, driven by Doris and Earl, the two 90-year-olds, right? All you see is the hand. Big tufts of blue hair. Left turn signals on for 1,800 miles. Best car I ever had was the Volvo. Anybody ever have a Volvo? Safest car, Volvo. Made in Sweden. Sounds Swedish in cold weather when you start it. You turn, it goes, hurt, like that. I just wonder if other countries' cars do, an Italian car. Hey. A French car. A British car. Ow. German, start! Anyway, so really nice. Nice to be here. I was just down in Florida. Anybody ever been to Florida? Anybody from Florida originally? No? Yeah, my mom and dad live. You're from Florida? Whereabouts? Tampa. You live in Tampa. I used to live in Clearwater. Yeah, you know a guy named Dave? No? That was him just now. My mom and dad live down there. They're retired. Anybody here retired? Yeah? What was your job? What was your job, sir? Army? Thank you. For how long? How many years? 22 years. God bless you. That's fantastic. You must love being retired. Yeah. And you're not a big speech guy. My folks love being retired. My dad is 88 years old, gets around, he's active, he does everything, he still drives. Thinks he's a philosopher. You ever been around older men think they're philosophers? Yeah, my dad's never read a book. He was a truck driver. So I'm in the car, Dad, you're driving fast. Well, a bird in the hand makes shifting gears difficult. What the hell does that mean? This guy's tailgating you, Dad. You know, Jeff, you can lead a cow to pasture. You can't lead a horticulture. I'm like, what? Am I working too fast? Is this not? My folks, 2 years ago, they had 4 couples over at their house for a game night. We've all done that. 9 o'clock sharp, my dad turns to my mom in their house. Come on, Arlene. Let's go to bed so these nice people can leave. It's amazing. Go down. And they love that COVID's lifted because they like to go out to dinner. Retired folks in Florida, right? They like to go out to dinner 4 or 5 nights a week, and they love the Florida state bird. Anybody know the Florida state bird? No, mosquito. That's funny. That's good. No, it's the early bird. So I'm eating dinner with them at 1:15 in the afternoon. It saves them $1. Here's my dad's favorite phrase. For the last 20 years, we leave the house. Well, let's go so we can get back. You ever hear this? What's the logic of that phrase? Come on, honey, let's eat so we can poop. Let's make love, we can sleep. Come on, honey. Dave mentioned the buffet style eateries. They love that down in Florida, right? All those, Golden Corral and Hometown Buffet, and there used to be Furr's Cafeteria. Anybody remember those? Morrison's Cafeteria, Davis Brothers. Anybody from the Carolinas? You know what they're called there? K&W. Yeah, stands for Canes and Walkers. Because they're singles bars for retired people. You walk into the bathroom, written on the wall, Ethel gives good CPR. Anyway. Speaking of food, my nephew just got a job working fast food. Anybody ever work fast food when you were younger? Yeah, where'd you work? At a pizza place? Anybody work like a name? Like a McDonald's or anything? You what? Red Barn. That was a long time ago, back south of Salt Lake City. Who was conceived there? Anybody old enough to remember? I worked at Burger King where they had a microphone at the register. Anybody remember that? Yeah, you go in, you give your order to the teenage kid, and he relays your order through the microphone to the cook, who's 1.5 feet away. That's why the cook's so pissed off. Imagine that for 8 hours a day. Whopper, okay, I heard you. Fries, they're down, back off. I'm gonna go to Red Barn, they party there. I have a nephew who's a teenager, just started working Taco Bell. Anybody like Taco Bell? Fascinating franchise, isn't it? They have 5 ingredients, right? They got lettuce, cheese, tomato, beans, and a crispy thing. And they just rearrange it once a month. And that's a brand new product for $1.19, am I right? That's the best job in the world. Sit in the office, come out every 2 weeks. I got it. Put the cheese under the beans. That's clever, Charlie. What should we call it? A charlupa. My girlfriend Gordita and I have been talking. I've had people after shows come up and say, Taco Bell's the healthiest fast food. Have you ever heard that? Yeah, I'm like, well, you can tell it's good for you because the sour cream comes out of a caulking gun. Yeah. Would you like extra sour cream? Yes, my bathroom window's a tad drafty. Did someone snort? I just heard a snort. It's fantastic. Let it out, let it out. My mom's a snort laugh. My mom's a hisser snorter, right? She inhales hiss when she laughs at me, and then she exhales. Oh, Jeffrey. She's like that. So you guys, did I piss you off? You don't even know my mom. You gonna go join? Where the hell? Now what is this? Anyway, so. Yeah, I'm actually flying out in a couple of weeks. I'm flying out. I work on cruise ships too, and I'm flying down to Florida, And I got, anybody ever fly Frontier? Yeah, I'm flying Frontier. I got $29.95 round trip, Denver to Miami. And then on the website, they said, now would you like the plane to have a pilot? I said, yeah. They said, do you want 2 wings or the one? I said, 2 wings. And then that was an extra $1,000. I understand TSA pre. I travel for a living. We all do, the comics. But it's amazing stuff they put you through. Like you go, who's heard this question before? You go to check in. Has anyone, without your knowledge, packed your bag? How do you answer that question? You can't answer the question. Has anyone, without your knowledge, packed your bag? Here's what they're at. Is there something you don't know that you know? Last flight, I got bumped up to exit row. You ever get that? Get bumped up to an exit row? Yeah, you feel like you won a contest. And then they come over and they reveal to you that you are now an employee. You're in an exit row. Can you handle it? Uh-huh. Say the word yes. Yes. When I was young, there were 2 classes on planes. There was first class and there was everybody else. Now there's what, like 15 different classes? You notice that? Right? And they got the velvet ropes. If you step to the wrong side, they yell at you. You know, they've got the executive business executive, executive first. And then what else do they have? Then they have the economy plus, comfort zone, economy, basic economy, subhuman, you suck, get off the plane, we hate you. Those are actual real things now. So, Florida. Florida's the Sunshine State. Did you know that? Florida, that's the nickname. Every state has a nickname. What's Colorado's? Anybody know? It used to be Centennial State. Well, it still is, but it's colorful Colorado now. Every state has that. Give me a state over here, see if I know the slogan. Missouri. Over here. Missouri, show me you listen. What's that?
Virginia's for lovers.
Yeah, but you see, here's the point of the game. You give me the state, and then I give you the nickname. So, what's the state? Virginia? It's for lovers. It's next to Maryland, which used to be the crab state. That don't work. I was in Albuquerque recently. Anybody from New Mexico? Has anyone left the Colorado Springs Metroplex? Like there's Manitou out there. I was walking around. I love New Mexico. Albuquerque's a beautiful city, and I like walking around and exploring. Like Dave was saying, he likes to go out and take photographs. I like to explore, and I love old bookstores. I love antique books. And I'm walking around through Albuquerque. This is true one day, a couple of weeks ago, and I passed a store. There's a sign in the window. Ears pierced while you wait. Are there options with this? Here, knock yourself out. New Mexico, land of enchantment. Here's my favorite one. My youngest daughter, she goes to graduate school. She's in New Hampshire. Anybody know New Hampshire? It's the granite state with the best slogan. Anybody know the slogan? Live free or die. Live free or die. Stamped on the license plates by convicts. Anyway, so let's move on. Happy holidays, by the way. Have you been shopping? Yeah, we love to shop. This is that. You know, they love for us to shop. Even there's 1 month in our calendar in the U.S. that has no holidays, and we still shop. What's the month? August. But why do we shop? Back to school. They always have a reason, right? And this is the big time of year. And we love to shop, and it keeps the wheels turning. I was raised, my mom is still, she went through these phases when I was a kid where she'd stop at the local 5 and 10, 5 and dime stores. They'd have grilled cheese sandwiches, and she'd get home, and she had these things called S&H green stamps. I don't know if anybody knows what they are. Depending on how much money you spent, you'd get these free stamps, and you put them in a booklet, and when you filled up enough books, you got a free thing. My mom got a vacuum cleaner one time. Proudest moment of her life. It only cost her $80,000. Then she went through the Home Shopping Network thing. Then she went, what's the other one? QVC. But now she's with the Dark Kingdom, Amazon Prime. Who shops from them? Everybody. Jeff Bezos, anybody know what he's worth? $250 billion. We barely make half that working here. Yeah, she loves that. She shops every day from Amazon. Every day, the Amazon driver, John, who she had for Thanksgiving dinner, he shows up, and she goes out. She's always jewelry. She puts a lot of jewelry on. Doesn't take the old stuff off. She looks like a Roman gladiatrix. She got my sister, this is great, she got my sister a laser printer. Fantastic. They live in Florida. My dad's fisherman. She got him a bunch of tackle. She got me scentless cologne. It's water. She got me a solar flashlight. I'll wait for you on that one. Because, see, the sun would... Okay. She got me a shower massage from Waterpik. When you drive a lot, sometimes you get a stiffness. So she got, what I'm talking about? The big round thing? It could be in a Motel 6 all the way to a Marriott. It's the thing you turn it, right? And it adjusts the flow. Anybody like that? Yeah, usually women do. I'm not teasing. No, but you feel pampered, right? I've never met a man who likes a shower massage. It's not a massage to a man. It's a military death weapon. I mean, who told the inventor of the shower massage? I think the water should come out their crotch at about the speed of light. Right? You're in the shower, the water's hot, need a massage. Oh my God. You can't get back to the thing to even turn it off. Cover me, Sergeant. I'm going in. All that stuff. Go through an modern airport restroom. Has anyone noticed you don't have to touch anything anymore? You don't have to touch anything. Starts with the laser flush, right? Finish your business, where's the handle? What did I do? I didn't touch anything. Because half the time it flushes prior to your flush readiness, right? There's a little red laser beam. It's shooting in the top of your butt crack. Move a half an inch, it sucks you right down. You walk past the towel dispenser, and they just come out. Who's tried to dry their hands with that accelerator? Have you lost skin? Don't try to dry your face with that. You're like a Wayne Newton. I love this. Who's gone to a public restroom and you go to wash your hands at the sink and the water does not stay on unless you physically hold the water down? You know what I'm talking about? How do you wash your hands? It's like you're doing the Macarena. You just stand there. I think that's why you women go in pairs. I got it. Come on. You do go in pairs, don't you? Why? Why do you go in pairs? See, you can't get an answer. Never get an answer. The women will go, well, we just talk. You do something. Something's going on in there. Guys would never do that. Bill, I got to pee. You want to go? It would never happen. We could talk Virginia's for lovers, I did some Christmas shopping a couple of days ago. I got caught. Who's been caught by what they call the impulse buy? Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's a real term in the business world. You go, especially this time of year, you go to Target, Walmart, Walgreens, King Soopers, I don't care, any store. Have a list of stuff we need. Get our basket, put it in the basket. We go to pay. There's other people in front of us. So what do they do while we're waiting? They put 2 walls of other merchandise on either side of us. That's the impulse. Who's reached over, grabbed a pack of gum? A cool keychain, breath mints, some earbuds. Then there's a bunch of stuff we're not sure what it is. But it's $1. We gotta buy it. It's $1. Come on, honey, we'll figure it out at home. It's $1. And we take all this useless stuff and we bring it home and it goes to one place in our house. Anybody know what I'm referring to? The drawer. Who has the drawer? We all have the drawer. We've entitled it, what do we call it? The junk drawer. Some of us have 2 and 3 of them, right? You got junk, important junk, and stuff from mom. It's the drawer in which room? Kitchen, right? It's next to the silverware drawer. It's the drawer that only opens halfway. There's a pissed off claw hammer, doesn't want to come out. Not again! You know? When you get home, check your drawer. We all have the same stuff in there. I don't care how young or old you are, what your beliefs are. We all have the same stuff in our society in the drawer. Am I right? Who has scissors? Who has can openers? Who has corkscrews for bottles of wine? Am I right? Who has tape? Anybody have tape in your drawer? We have a whole civilization of tape, right? There's not one tape. There's Scotch tape, there's masking tape, there's electrician's tape, there's gaffer's tape, then the king of all tapes, duct tape, which is now being threatened by Gorilla Tape. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody use Gorilla Tape? What's the difference? Nothing, but just costs more, so it makes us feel good about ourselves. Do you use it instead of duct tape? What's the difference? The hole. Oh, the hold, like it's... Well, you know, no, tapes have holes, but I didn't know if it was... I'm going to take a pause. When I was a kid, my dad's cure for anything was duct tape. Yeah, you know, my mom came in. Jeffrey fell, Ernie. He broke his leg. All right, give me the duct tape and the WD-40, you know. All sorts of stuff in the drawer. Stuff we'll never use, like a liberal arts degree. Things that are in there. Who has keys in your drawer to cars and houses you don't own anymore? Why do we do that? I've never thrown a pen out. You ever throw a pen out? No. Pen stops writing, just into the drawer. Wait for the ink fairy from Bic. Now you're full. Battery died in the remote, I better recycle. No, I'll put them next to the good ones, hope they hook up. This time of year, I'm always reminded of this. When I was a kid, we'd have stockings, so many of us, you know, you have stockings and stuff. And that was my favorite part of Christmas, was the stocking stuff, more than under the tree. Because it was kind of like, you know, a surprise. It was like a deck of cards and some coins and plastic army soldiers, things, cool things like that. My grandmother thought it was a toy that she put in my stockings. Not for my sister, just me. A pack of corn on the cob holders. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Little miniature yellow plastic corns. That's the international symbol for corn, I'm guessing. Yeah. You could go to France. Excusez-moi. Oh, Jacques. You know, I'm paraphrasing. Little miniature yellow plastic corns, right? They look like corn, which is good for me. I'm too stupid to identify corn. And God forbid I prong a carrot. You know, what a faux pas. And then I'm stuck with that in my duct tape hole. And they have those razor sharp needles coming out the end. And you got to search for them with your hand in the bottom of the drawer. Oh, you can tell when you find them, right? There they are. Get the kids. We like food-related stuff in the drawer, am I right? Who's got Taco Bell mild? Soy sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce, The weird butter stuff from Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's ketchup, salt and pepper packets, expired Pizza Hut coupons, the red flakes from Pizza Hut, right? All that. You go to a restaurant. On the way out, there's a big bowl of mints. You know the free ones? Red and white striped. And they're free. And when something's free, what do? Take as many as we can. And then we eat one. Oh, that's why they're free. They suck, but we throw them back in the drawer. Anybody old enough to remember fizzies? I found fizzies once in my drawer when I was a kid. You younger people, you know Pop Rocks? Pop Rocks, right? What are they, like little powdery things? My kids and my nieces and nephew like that. They put it in your mouth and it kind of explodes. It pops, yeah. Hence the, yeah, doesn't rock. If it rocked, but it pops. When I was a kid, are you paying attention? Hello? Okay, don't pop rock away. When I was a kid, when your parents were kids, we had a thing called a fizzy. It was a tablet about that big. Anybody remember? And you drop it in a glass of water, and it would work like an Alka-Seltzer. You know? And they were legal now. They were toxic, but I never wore a bike helmet either, did you? I never wore knee pads. I drank whole milk. Anybody else? I used to go outside and play. Am I the only one? It's amazing the stuff that we ingested as kids and still do, and we've survived. Anybody remember the little candy dots on the wax paper? Yeah, you tear that off and you eat the candy along with the glue. The pixie straws about this big. Red stripe, green stripe, yellow stripe, orange stripe, just filled with sugar. And just suck it down, created by the American Dental Association. What else? Oh, the little Coke bottles made out of wax, the colored sweetened water. Yeah, candy cigarettes. Let's get the kids started about 10 years old. So. Wax lips, there's a good one. Let's have the kids chew on a candle for an hour and a half. I used to hate going to the dentist as a kid. Anybody else? I have great admiration for people in the dental profession, but it used to scare me. It still does. It's a phobia, you know. You just get in the chair. I think because I can't control it, you know. You're at the dentist. They tilt you back, raise you up. You just see glints of metal. Come after you with that Novocaine needle. I have no idea how big it is, but it feels like it's this big, right? And what do they do right before they give it to you? They shake your cheek. What is that, to warm you up for the pain? Oh, you think this hurts? You say, oh, thanks, Doc. Come after you with the sucker thing. You ever get the sucker thing? Pulls out your larynx, part of your lung. They didn't always have the sucker thing. What we used to do? Spit in a miniature toilet bowl right next to our face. You get enough Novocaine, you just think it's Friday night. Oh my God, never again. Scariest thing for me are the x-rays. Do you ever think about that? That's radiation. They put a thing in your mouth. I found out it's called a bite wing. You bite down, tilt your head, they bring it out of the ceiling, right here. These x-rays are totally safe, Mr. Harms. To show you how safe they are, I'm going to put on this lead jacket and go into the room while I take the shot. But we had the fizzies. They flavor them root beer, grape, cherry, and cola. Drop it in a glass of water, wait a minute or two, you'd have instant soda pop. And as a kid, you experiment, don't you? I'm going to add a few more in the water. I'm going to add more water. I put 2 in my mouth once and drank a Schweppes ginger ale and let the games begin. That was the first bona fide high I ever had as a human being. I had stuff going on in my nostrils I couldn't comprehend. And it starts right in the pelvic. What was that? Oh my God. My mom walked in, my God, he's foaming. He has rabies. Don't touch him, Ernie. He'll be all right. Get me the duct tape and the WD-40. All right, I'm out of here. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Jeff Harms, ladies and gentlemen, show him some love.